Hey, everybody. I was thinking that Zendikar Rising might just win every vote forever until it was not available on the system, but RNA has come through today with the vote win. Chat wants to see this one more time before it goes away, so we're going to jump into an RNA draft today. It's going to be a premiere draft. We're on, actually here, this is wrong. It says free to play, but we're actually on free to play 2. We jumped over to our side account because this is a format that our main account has 4x'd. We have 4x of mythics, 4x of rares. So rather than spend my golden gems on my main account on something that does not build my collection, it only drops some nominal gems instead, I'm going to draft this format for fun on my side account and continue to play standard for fun on my main account. So while I'm not playing my main account on stream much right now, I'm playing standard every day on it and working that gold up. So our main account has over 30k in gold and gems. And we're just going to keep running up that total to prepare for the incoming Kaldheim cards. And we get to know that we're set to draft right out of the gate for a few times before we even have to dip into our gems. And talking about, it's funny, I said right out of the gate, we had a gate deck discussion before I started the YouTube spiel here. I'm not going to force anything today, but we were talking about what gate payoffs we like in this format, and surely if we see some early, we'll try and lean and do a fun gate deck. Multicolor gates is a really fun way to play this, but I don't want to force it because that can be an absolute disaster. But if you want to, Molecule Man is calling a segue. Yeah, I'm gonna now you're gonna make me wait. Now I'm gonna just talk about coffee or something. No. Anyway, yeah, I'm looking forward to jumping back into another Allegiance draft here. We're gonna get it going on. And how about this? No segue. How about this? I am looking forward to this draft, period. By the way, I have a sponsor. My sponsor's name is cardkingdom.com, and they sell magic stuff, physical stuff for your tabletop game. Everything you need for fun on a physical surface. You can find it at cardkingdom.com. Please go there via my affiliate link. I am meeting with Card Kingdom pretty soon, actually, gathering together my Q4 numbers, and we're going to take a look at stuff. And when you use my affiliate link to shop at Card Kingdom, it helps me stay on the air because Card Kingdom pats me on the head and says, "Good job, buddy. We like you." And I appreciate that very much. So check that out. Also, remember Spumoni Works, our buddy Oni Spumoni over at Spumoni Works has the Go Shopping discount code for 15% off sweet merch. A lot of pins and other stuff, not just magic. And if you make a purchase there with the Go Shopping discount code, not only do you get that discount, you sign Oni up for some graphic design around this channel. So, hey, look at this. We got 10,000 gold. We're going to use that to join. Hop into draft mode here. Playing with house money, as they say. Although, who are we playing? Nobody seems to want to play RNA today. I always say that, and then it goes brrrng and like fills up immediately. So let's see. Close. Close, close, close. Here we go. What we got? Let's see. Things that leap out at me about this pack are the Chillbringer, the Rhythm of the Wild, and the Summary Judgment. and the Knight Arbiter. Those are the best cards in this pack by quite a bit. Rhythm and Arbiter are both gold cards and suffer some consideration there. Like maybe we don't want to start there. I'd probably rather just start on Chili or Summary for the single colorness. And then, yeah, we got Chili B on the meme value. And I do love being blue in the format. So I think, yeah, I'm with Chili. It's 5. Like a great heuristic for these tough choices is there's a couple of heuristics I like. Take the cheaper card, take the removal. So we've got a cheaper card that is removal, but in this case, I will play just about as many Chili Bs as I can. Knight Arbiter is great, no question about it, but there's just such value in a single colored card before you know what you're going to be doing in this format. However, we could follow with a Sky Tether to go with the Chili B. This is decent removal. There's also just Grasping Thrall. I'm fine taking a Thrall here and seeing if we end up landing here. And sometimes you end up Esper. I mean, this is at least a pick where both of our first 2 picks could end up in the same deck. And if we wheel Guildgate, that would help. I do like, Jinx called out Sage's Row. I like this card a lot in blue decks. It's it looks underwhelming, but it's kind of what you want out of a blue 2-drop. It's got 2 power. It can trade for something with 2 toughness, and it gives you that scry to help you find what you need to get to your late game. So I do like this, but it's more of a role player. I'm going to continue to draft the hard way, take what I see as the best card in the pack, and see what the table has me doing. So took a Thrall, and now we get Sphinx, though. And Sphinx's Insight. With both of these being here and the Senate Griffin, maybe even likely to wheel, this isn't much of a priority for a lot of drafters, but we would be happy to take that. I mean, you could be shocked, Fenor, but like I don't even feel like I've been biased, right? I feel like I've just been taking the best cards, but maybe that shows my bias, but I don't hear anybody saying this is ridiculous choices. Let's take that though and then see what we get. Oh, and then Law Mage's Binding. Okay, well, table is telling us that Azorius is open, so we're going to take this now. We'll see. Maybe we splash black, but Azorius is slapping us in the face, and we're going to listen. Look at this. This is great, too. Code of Constraint. This is funny. When the set... So there's this Code of Constraint, 2 and a blue instant that does a thing, has addendum. And then there's the common one that is similar. And it's really weird. It's one of the weirder design choices, I think, in the set, that Code of Constraint exists alongside Arrester's Admonition, right? Is that what I'm talking about? You know what I'm talking about. So anyway, I think it's weird that they even made them. They're so similar. They just seem weird side by side. But this is a pretty easy pick for us. Yeah, and that's true. Like, the common is better. And that's the thing. At first, I was like, well, the uncommon must be better, right? And then I was like, no, actually, wait, the common is better. We're going to take Essence Capture over an Eel. Prying Eyes can be playable in a go-long type deck. You like Eyes or Eel? No, I like Capture. Yeah, I like the cheaper stuff here. I think we want... the double blue is a little bit oppressive, but... you always have targets for counter-target creature, and being able to throw a counter on one of your own is a nice side benefit. Pegasus, I like Pegasus in this deck, I just don't prioritize them. It's real, Fenor, I agree, but Essence Capture is realer, in my opinion. I'm going to take the card I like best, and then we'll see about... See, I mean, I like Pegasus, I just feel like we can get him late. I'm just looking to get him later. Incubation... Not really a card. I mean, Incongruity you can play, but this isn't important as a blue card. So this is the place where we take Peggy. Applied Biomancy is a bit late. This is Signally, but we're gonna stick with the the Azorius. I'm going to pull the Thrall for now. We'll remember it's there. It's possible we bring it back if we want. I'm going to take another Peggy here. Note, Rampage of the Clans. If you are drafting on an account that's trying to collection build in this format, or you're low on gems, you can absolutely take 20 gems here instead of a Pegasus and be fine. But we are not worrying about rare drafting, and I don't. Yeah, this account has no ability to convert rares into gems in this format, so we're not going to worry about it. Well, you know that card we were thinking about taking first overall? Remember that card that some people said I should take first pick over Chillbringer because it is so good? All right. With 2 Pegasus and an Azorius Knight Arbiter, we kind of want to High Alert. High Alert has gone up in my pick order. Sage's Row comes back too, is talking about how much I like it in a blue deck as a 2-drop to set you up. Oh my god! Yeah, we found our lane, gang. My only problem is we don't get this gate. Looking good for us, though. Maybe we'll get 12 persistent petitioners and make a petitioner deck. Right now, we're trying not to play this, but you never know. Speaking of cards I rarely play, I played this once. I played this once in the format when I just had so many great ETB cards and so little interaction that it was worth it. But this is not really one you try to, we're not playing that. Out of, yeah, actually both of these are are good against our deck. Probably not playing Knight of Sorrows. I try not to. Zach likes the gate over the insight. I hear you, but I'm taking first insight every time. This is too good for the deck to let go there. Gatebreaker Ram, if we had started with this, probably would have taken it and tried to do the gate thing. This is powerful. Sentinels Mark, pretty good on a big flyer, actually, but Admonition is where it's at. We'll probably wheel the Sentinels Mark with how this table is playing, but here's what I was saying. This is what I talk about. Code of Constraint. It's a weird design decision to me. And if I talked to the lead designer of this set, I would ask him about it. Why Code of Constraint at uncommon and Arrester's Admonition at common? That's a weird choice to me. Yeah, gate is tempting. I'm taking cards for the deck for right now. Like, if we ended up with 0 gates and all these sweet cards, I'd be fine. Although here's a place where I can see taking a gate. This might let us get into some Orzhov, but again, there's no need to force adding a third color here. Well, Radiantware, I understand that they're not functional reprints. My point is they are very, very similar in what they do. They both have addendum. They have the exact same mana cost. They're both instants. They both draw a card, right? I mean, I'm just saying there's a uncanny valley between the two that's weird to me. Gate or dual land? I would take the gate over the dual land because Esper is a real thing. I don't know if Bant is a real thing in this format. I'll take the gate. Here's the Angel. This was one of the discussion points we were talking about at where do we have Archway Angel as a gate payoff? Well, it's going to be our pick regardless. You don't need... the nice thing about it is that you don't need a ton of gates. You just need... I mean, there's something... It's a little clunky. If you don't have heavy gates, it's not great as a 6-mana 3/4. But even if you have like a couple of gates in play, 6-mana 3/4 flying, gain 4, that's solid. And the other question is, like, what are we taking if we don't? We've got like a Duelist or a Vamp. I just don't like those enough, so... We'll take the Angel and try to prioritize gates. Oh man, I saw white-blue and hoped that it was one of the sweet white-blue uncommons. Emergency Power is actually not that great. We might take it for the funsies, but really Fairy Duelist or Shimmer is probably better. Emergency Powers, 7 mana. Each player shuffles their hand and graveyard into their library, then draws 7 cards. Exile. And then if you cast it during your main phase, you can play a card. So, hey, Florida Mun, thank you for the raid. Welcome. Although that reminds me that my volume is a little high for me. There we go. Yeah, this is a gem pick, but we actually just want duelists. This is a better card for us. This is not a... I mean, if we were a gem... like, if this were a place where I was looking to convert gems, that's another thing, but we're not. I'm going to take another Sphinx here. Windstorm Drake is great for this deck also, giving our flyers power. I would love another Knight Arbiter. But the Sphinx at 4 mana, flying Vigilance, edges out Knight Arbiter at 5 mana, unblockable Vigilance, right? So these two are very similar in their job. This one is harder to cast, but cheaper. And so I'm gonna take this one. Also, we wield the other Azorius Knight Arbiter, so you know, no problem. Now we got a choice: Gateway Sneak, Slimebind for some interaction, or just more bashing. I was thinking we might have a ton of fives. We only have the 2. We could justify another Knight. I thought this might be too much. Interesting stuff here. Yeah, I think Slimebind. I'm gonna take the Knight Arbiter. I get it. I just think this card is amazing, and Slimebind is fine. But I almost like, see, like, here we go. Do you like Arrester's Admonition or Slimebind more? I'm almost more on the Admonition. Because, you know, if we can make it to our big flyers, we're going to win. And Admonition replaces itself, and really tempo is almost as good as removal in that way. Like, temporary removal is going to be very good for us. Yeah, I like Admonition. Wow, all the Knight Arbiters. We could take a Spirit of the Spires too, but I'm just taking a 3rd Arbiter, and we just make it work. Griffin at 4 provides another 4. Yeah, let's take a Griffin. Eel is... I like Eel, but it's not... Let's just keep on the flying plan. Griffin is, like, colorless in our deck, too. That's nice. Sentinel's Mark came back. I think first Sentinel's Mark over Fairy Duelist number 2 or Azorius Locket number 1. We can take Azorius Locket, though. This is a decent Locket deck. And we are trying to ramp to 5. Yeah, I'm going to go Locket on the strength of the 5s that we have. Locket on 3 into Arbiter is a fine sequence. Here we have somewhat playable, like, Vampire, maybe. Prying Eyes is some card draw, but it's really not the card draw I want. Like, we have Locket and Admissions, like... That's what I want. So yeah, we'll take the Vamp. Shimmer, I try not to play, but we could. We're best of 1. You can generally run an Expose in your decks, and we have a lot of 5s. We don't need Humongulous when we have 3 Knight Arbiters and a Chillbringer. So let's take Expose, and we'll see. Caracal at 2. Sure, we'll think about that. Orzhov Locket could help with a splash. Right now, we're not looking to splash. We just have the 1 gate that it's not even on color. Gate Colossus. This is another great gate payoff. We have another Knight Arbiter, but I don't even think we want this now. We probably just want a Sage's Row in terms of thinking about what our deck needs. A 4th Knight Arbiter is not going to be as useful to this deck as a 2nd Savant, I don't think. And if we wheel a 4th one, that's fine. And other thing is, there might be more in this pack. Like, we might get a 4th one, 5th pick or something. Can't take Bellhaunt because we are not anywhere near double black. Bellhaunt is not playable for us. We don't have a lot of straight removal. Here's another. Here's another piece of straight removal. I like this. Another Arbiter we might wheel. This is removal, but not for us. We're taking the Law Mage. Another Admonition for some interaction, or a Pteramander. I think Pteramander number 1 over Admonition. This is a great little 1-drop, becomes a dragon. Fenrir wants Admonition, but we don't have a lot of close. Like, actually, we do have closing power. I'm going to take Pteramander anyway. I like Pteramander. We'll probably wheel that Admonition with how things are going anyway. Another Locket is the only playable for us. I don't think I want 2 Lockets. I'm going to take Gems. I know that this isn't even an account where we care about it, but I'm just almost going to model it. Yeah. I'm so uninterested in a second Locket that I'm just going to do that. I got beat by a obviously newer player playing Verity Circle. I lost to a Verity Circle deck. I was so ashamed. It was offline. I don't think this is a good card. It's too clunky. I might take it here and consider it, but like Duelist would be better for our deck. Although the thing is, we're stacked at 2 as well right now. I don't think we're playing this Caracal though. I'm going to take the Duelist. Slime Bind, solid. We'll take an interactive Slime Bind over another 2-drop creature. Yeah, you could take Gems there. Again, the thing is, for us in this draft, there is no taking Gems. Nothing we do is taking Gems, so on this account. Depose Deploy is fine, though. Grab that. Yeah, right? Like, Simic is suddenly open and Azorius is a little more closed off. That's all right. We're fine here. And then I like a Courier over an Eel, I think. Let's take a look at our... Oh, maybe Eel is better. We're a little more full at 3. Yeah, no high alert for us. Boo. Which maybe makes the Senate Courier not as good, but I take an Eel. Oh, I tried to take an Eel. I missed. We are not playing any black. This is just going to be a straight 2-color deck. We're not playing the Archway Angel because it's not doing enough without any gates. We can take Prying Eyes. Quench has the job of, well, there's no sideboard. This is best of 1, so we're either playing it or we're not. But I'm not playing Quench, so I'll take the Eyes and we'll see. Look at that. Told you. Who needs to take all these Night Arbiters when nobody else apparently wants them? But yes, Simic also quite wide open. And that Locket came back anyway. I'll take it over the Scrabbling Claws in case we would decide we want to play 2. We might. Maybe we'll play 2. Maybe this is the deck for it. Look at that. Simic. Simic was wide open. So was really Azorius. I mean, blue was wide open, right? $47 cards, so we need to make some serious cuts here. Probably cut the Expose. 1 Duelist. Petitioners can go. That's a pretty easy starting point. Calls to cut one of these 5 drops. Yeah, I like Prying Eyes gone. I'd rather run a second Azorius Locket than a Prying Eyes. This is effectively... Yeah, this is more of a 4, I guess, for us. Sure. Let's look at our overall numbers now. So this is a 15-10 split. Sometimes you play Depose, there, you know, but it's like a 5 to 10%er. Mostly this is Deploy. Yeah, I'm keeping the Locket in because we have these nice 5s we're ramping to. A courier and a savant is cutting a lot of our 2s. I think I cut... Oh, sorry, you're saying Senate courier. Yeah, I can definitely cut the courier since we're not doing high alert. I'm not sure I want to cut a 2, though. Jinx wants to see a slime bind go. We don't have a ton of interaction. Well, we do have... That's not true. We have... Let's see. Let's look at our interaction. Maybe I'm underrating my own interaction. We do have 2 bindings. I think that's what I really forgot about, is we do have 2 bindings. This is interaction, but we don't want to use it for that. We want to use it for creatures, so I'm not going to put it over there. I'm going to cut a savant over Slimebind. I think we go low creature count, have lots of early interact, keep the Slimebind and just win in the air. Jinx says savant is better than bind. It's about jobs, Jinx. I don't even see them as comparable in that way. I mean, surely we can stack rank any 2 cards we want, but they just have such different jobs. And well, maybe that's not true. They have the same job of being something interacting on 2. But this is less replaceable and just like, I hear you, but this removal, we're going to keep the removal. And so I'll cut one of these as suggested. And then we're going to call this, what are we calling this? New prov. We have, it's got to be arbitration. We are in arbitration. Or arbitrary. How about how arbitrary? That's better. Let me go like this. That's true. We could cut a Knight Arbiter, and maybe I'll do that. Like, I think it's true that, especially with our good 4s, that we have 2 Sphinx of the New Prov and 4 great 5s. We could cut a Knight Arbiter and I think 3 or 4. You could absolutely run 4, Jim. I mean, if we didn't have a Chillbringer, I would absolutely run 4. I think 5 drops in a deck like this is great, is fine, if they are doing good stuff. Yeah, Duelist is more interaction, but I would rather just have another Sage's Row than a Duelist, because the trouble is Duelist, you often don't want to play it on 2. The real benefit to putting back a Sage's Row Savant is that, like, the trouble with Slimebind and Duelist is that while they are 2 drops, you often don't want to cast them on 2. So putting a Sage's Row back in gives us 5 cards that we 100% want to cast by turn 2 every time, right? So I've talked myself into it. I'm going to add a Savant back to give us more early action and cut one of our 5s. And yeah, no gates is big game, a big deal for us with a double Sphinx, right? These might be like 6 drops with our mana. Jim says the Knights don't stabilize well. They do have 5 toughness and vigilance. I mean, they don't stabilize against air attacks, but I don't know what you mean by not. How does this not stabilize? Like a 5 mana unblockable vigilant, a 5 toughness unblockable vigilant is not only a great stabilization play, but it's a win con. You drop this and suddenly they can't attack and you get 2 a turn, right? So I hear you about but I don't know why you mean it's not well, 3X's attack, X3's attack into it, but they don't damage you. So and we have flyers covered, right? So Azorius in combination with our flyers is actually, I think, great defense. Let's see. I got some RNA lands. That's good because this is not my main account. I don't have a ton of awesome lands on this account, but I do have RNA, right? Yeah, we're going to hit Reed Duke. Thanks, Zach. Take care, man. We'll see you next time you can hang out with us. And yeah, sleeves are what they are. All right. Little par poll. If we played this event out a gazillion times, what would our average win count be closest to? I'm a little chilly. I'm going to put on my hoodie. We could, yeah, if somebody wants to throw up a wager, one of my mods, that'd be great. We'll keep this. There's our Sphinx. We just need one island, and then we can cast this thing. See if we get there. Uh-oh. Oppo curving out. We did get our fourth. We got the land we needed to get our turn 4 Sphinx. So now we're looking at turn 3 admonition or constraint. Really, constraint prevents. Constraint is a little bit better on attacks. I like. I think I like admonition main here, sending white back. This is why, I mean, it's a better card, right? Let's cast the better one. That's true. We could admonition on more expensive stuff, and then they have to spend more. We're gonna pitch our land here. It takes us off of 5 for the Chili Bee and the Arbiter right now, but we have a lot to do if we don't happen to draw a 5th land next turn. I'm gonna go ahead and drop the Sphinx and see if they can deal with it, and might just trade off for the Bell Hunt. Yeah, we can do Constraint too, but I just like spending all my mana here, and then if we get to draw a 5th land, we can decide, we can Chili Bee to stabilize even further. I'm just gonna do this. I'm gonna use my. I could also do could also go on Sage's Row Savant, hold up Duelist on the Panther. But I'm gonna follow through with this. I'll take this trade. Oh yeah, that's true. We can wait. I'll wait. Let's wait. We can take one more hit because I have this Duelist. Let's use it. Good call. Another Sphinx, but now we're gonna do Sage's Row. Find. I will look for a land now to put on top, and then we have Duelist to block, and the Vigilance is nice because we even get to swing in here. Duelist is probably not going to be for the Panther. Duelist, Sage's Row Savant will block and trade with the Panther. That's fine. The Duelist is going to be for Sphinx of New Prov blocking something and winning that combat. Nice. We have the. We don't need another Knight Arbiter right now, but we might want an Insight. Maybe we don't want either of these, though. Like, our hand is good. What do you think, gang? I'm looking for land, but we don't desperately need it. Like, we do have other things to do besides. It's just, I guess, we're low enough. I should not mess around with that. We'll look for land. Which is funny, because I discarded one now, but I play it a little bit greedy that way. You know, I just generally count on the deck delivering some number of lands in the mid-game, such that I don't really prioritize holding on to that 5th land, because it's just so likely to show up eventually. Yeah, Molecule Man says insight to land, but the trouble is... it gains us a little bit of life, but we don't do anything else, and then we're a little bit up against it. So I'm gonna do it like this. Yeah, gain 2 just doesn't feel like enough tempo. Well, Oppo has... Oh, I guess they have Twilight Panther that could be the pause. I don't know what their pause is if it's beyond the Panther, but we'll see. This is what we're trying to do. All right, we made him use the Mortify, though. That's fine. And then we finally find our land. We can Chili Bee the Haunt, drop the Night Arbiter, and be able to block the Haunt, be able to block... Look, it's something that can block a Plague White. That's the thing. This is what's crazy about the Plague White. To eat, here's the thing, to eat an attacking Plague White, you need a 2-4 or better. Like, if you don't have a 2-4 or better, you can't eat a Plague White that's attacking. But anyway, well, you like Arbiter here? Yeah, Arbiter does block this right away, but I like that if we Chili Bee and they have removal, they can't attack us with the Bell Haunt. So I'm going to start Chili Bee.
All right, everyone, chill.
And look at this. Like, I have to take this unless I want to trade with my Chili. I know, right? It doesn't stop Plague White. Stupid Plague White. But it does. I'm willing to take 2 to not to. Yeah, I guess. Yeah, you can make an argument with the Arbiter. Maybe I should have. I don't know. It does. We could actually block here. It wouldn't be the worst, just trading these off, and then we have this behind. But with this about to stop both ground dudes, we'll take it. Another Bell Haunt. Gonna have to let go the Code of Constraint here, I believe. Slimy Bee. There was debate as to whether the... I mean, we ended up including all of them, but glad to have the Slime Bind. But we're going to go ahead and start with the Arbiter. And I actually like staying back with everything here. Yeah, Mike agrees. We have a Chili Bee plus Duelist double block on one, and we have Arbiter on the other. All right, so now we are forced into some unfortunate blocks. But you can see, I mean, this is why I was worried about, you know, trying to run out a single solution like that. So we can go Sphinx and Pteramander. Sphinx trades with one. Pteramander could chump with the other. Yeah, that's all we can do. You like Mander and Bind? Yeah, I guess you could do either one. Either way, we have to do it. You like Save the Sphinx? Oh, man. Just needed Oppo to just stumble a little bit, Oppo, and then we can actually stabilize, but no. Rough. I mean, they played every card out of their hand, and we were just on the back foot too much. They curved out on the play, and we couldn't handle it. The Bell Haunts actually hurt, like losing that fifth land. Having the fifth land sooner would have been nice, but I still stand by the greed of that decision fundamentally. Well, bring us a loser to crush. I love this deck, so... Try to get a little luckier this time. Love it. Our turn to curve out. Well, can't even cast that right now. Deploy. I don't know if we care about deploy that much. I think I'd rather look for better cards, honestly. Deploy is fine. Deploy is fine. Yeah, I like deploy, but it's whatever. I don't know. It's 4 mana for a couple of flyers and a little bit of life. It's not that big a deal. It's really whatever to me. We have non-stop flyers. Like, see, look, like we got to the Griffin sooner because I didn't bother with deploy. I would much rather have a Griffin than deploy. You like swing all Pegasus? Yeah, I guess we could. I kind of just want to admonition because it sets them back and uses all of our mana. I'm going to do that. That's my gut. You want to send him back on a 3-drop? I don't know. Like I said, I like this. Now we can go... I was expecting to go Senate Griffin, but we can actually just slime bind that, and that'd be fine. But I'm going to go Griffin here, and then we'll slime bind it on attacks next turn. Get the Scry, that's nice too. Yeah, we'll keep that. We have the mana for that. Gonna send the Griffin and Slimebind and Pegasus this turn. Can even just accept this trade and save the Slimebind, but I don't know. This is a fine target, especially given that we have something else to do. Sometimes Slimebind behaves like destroy target attacking or blocking creature, and that's fine. We'll send the Air Force. Well, send everything. They can trade on the ground if they want. All right, well, we've dumped our hand. Feels like we've mulliganed or something. Did we? Like, where's our... I guess we just got a lot of land and Oppo didn't. How does Oppo have all these cards and we don't? Close to Big Terramander, but not quite yet. Well, the good news is either we get a land and Terramander gets big, or we get a spell to cast. So there's no real bad draws in our deck right now. And Gruul is starting to turn on the jets here, but a little too late. I think we can survive this. I have given Cardboard Live focus. You let me know if that fixes it. It often does. All right, here we go. That should be it, unless they can, yeah, kill the Terramander. Yeah, I should mouse over cards more on the battlefield. Our YouTube friends don't have the luxury of Cardboard Live as it is, so with an old set might be helpful to as if I'm doing math, Mike. Control the board until it says victory. That's all I know. That was our deck doing its thing. That was nice. Here's a great example of Sage's Rose value. We have a couple of lands, but we really want more to turn on everything, and we get a Sage's Rose Savant on 2 that's going to... it'd be very unlikely for us not to have a third land on 3 for the Azorius Locket, thanks to the Savant. Very unassuming, but the Scry 2 on 2, quite powerful to set up the rest of your game. All right, well, I said it was unlikely. It's certainly possible, but we want to see a land in the top 3 cards here. There we go. Looks good. We want both, and it doesn't really matter what order. We'll just take them both. Doesn't matter. Now we get our turn 4 Knight Arbiter. This is not a real Magic card. Don't play it. Oppo, E1. I don't know. Yeah, you got a decent rank, but maybe you're not familiar with this format. I don't know. I've never seen this and been impressed by it. It's not that it's never done anything. It's never done enough for me to think that it was worth the inclusion. I'll say that. Yeah, they might have a plan. Yeah, I've seen it work with it. I've seen it do things as part of a plan, but it's super rare that it's ever done anything as part of a plan, and even then I wasn't particularly impressed. Although, hey look, blocking a Sage's Rose Savant here, so doing perfect, gain 2 life at least so far. Big Arynx here. We can play a Knight Arbiter that actually blocks it technically. It's not going to be... Well, it could pump next turn, though, with a land. So, kind of am on Slimebind Peggy or... well, we can go Binding Peggy. Maybe that's fine. Slimebind shrinks it pretty darn small. Although... Binding could take care of something that has, like, reach. If they play something with reach, we're going to want to bind it over slime bind it. So maybe we slime bind the Arynx here and... Yeah, I think I'm going to do that. I'm going to go Peggy here, slime bind, Arynx, and work from that position. All right, 6 mana. What's temporary, Hat? Yeah, they can pump. If they want to spend 6 mana, they can make a 3/4. Right? So that's okay. Yeah, well, we have 20 life. We could make the case for just arbitering now, because if we find a land, we get to double spell next turn. I'm going to do that. I think we can take a hit. Savage! I didn't know we were going to take that hit. My thought on Slimebind on the Pumper was that if they are spending 6 mana to make a 3-power creature, that's fine, and that we wanted binding for reach. That was what I was thinking about when I made that choice. Did not find the land for the 2 spell, so now we have to decide what we're doing. We just have to bind, though. There's no real choice to it. This is unfortunate, though, too, because this is big game. Like, man, I think we're going to lose again. This is a ton of pressure, and we don't have a lot of tools for it here. I could play the Griffin. Yeah, I guess we bind the Rendhorn, but then we're going to have to look to, like, stack block the Shaman. And then if we stack block the Shaman, well, it gets to be 6. Yeah, we can get, like, 3 plus 3 is 6. So we can technically get enough on this to... yeah, I guess we can do... This one gets bigger, right? So we should... But this one requires pumping to get bigger. That's what I was thinking. I gotta do something... I'm gonna do this. I'm a little conflicted on what the right thing to do is here. On the one hand, this requires mana to be good. On the other hand, they have nothing else to do, so effectively it is like that. But I don't know. That might have been a mistake. I don't think we're blocking. I'm not blocking it this turn, though. So I'm not blocking anything this turn, so I'm going to send the Pegasus. Well, that's good. If Oppo's spending their turn on drawing cards, the Shaman's not going to get big here. It can still attack into the Sage's Row Savant, but at least we're not taking a million. Ugh, that's not great, though, them being able to cast another spell. We found our 2-spell land, though, so we get to 2-spell this turn. Oh, no, sorry, never mind. I was thinking we needed to get to 7 because we were trying to cast the Lawmaker's Binding. We're still on 1 spell, so we'll go ahead and... well, I don't know. If we're going to do a bunch of blocking, we actually want to use the thing we'd rather die. So let's play the Griffin, do some scrying, and then do some blocking before we do some crying. So by leaving the Shaman available now, like, yes, they have a ton of mana, but they can't both pump Arinx and Shaman in the same turn yet. I don't think 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. They have 8 mana. This is going to become 4 power, meaning that they're going to get the Griffin and the Sage's Row. Wow, Oppo. What are you doing, Oppo? That's crazy to me. I was going to triple block and you could have absolutely annihilated me. Well, I guess we kill the 3/3. Thanks, Oppo. I hope we can turn this extra info Oppo's giving us into a win, but we're still very up against it here. Terramander, interesting. Can't get big, but we can at least cast both. So we get to go Sphinx, Terramander, and have a chump. If we can survive to untap, Terramander is a land away from converting even without anything in the yard. So we'll do this. And this, and then figure out, and also with the with 6 total power between Sphinx and Sage's row, we don't need to block with the Pteramander. We can try double blocking, killing, and then Pteramandering into a dragon next turn. I'm gonna do some. Again, I'm trying to show these cards more so our YouTube friends know what's what. Yeah. It is what it is. I don't know what this card is, but we're going to try and trade here. Come on. 2 for 1. Come on. Self 2 for 1. All right. We 2 for 1'd. Can't flip the Pteramander, unfortunately, but we did get a Knight Arbiter to land, so we get to put that down. This starts to attack for 3 now, but we could take the 3 and eat the boar, so still okay. Do we need to leave the Pteramander back to potentially block? I'm going to say no. Don't think we're blocking with a Pteramander, so I'm going to take whatever little pieces of damage I can get as we try to somehow find a win here. Mammoth Spider is exactly what I was talking about in terms of holding that that removal. Here we found a land to flip Pteramander, but needs to stay back on D now, and I'm going to send the Arbiter, which at least has vigilance and can't be blocked. This is the beauty of the Arbiter, right? Like on the stalled board. On a parity board, it just is a clock. It just says, okay, parity's fine with us because it's not parity. We get 2 in a turn. What are you doing? Mike wants to swing to try and eat the spider. I don't know if that made sense.
To the extreme, I rock a mic like a vandal, light up a stage and wax a chump like a candle. Dance.
Because, well, then maybe they'll attack here, but like sending Pteramander in when we're at 8 just doesn't seem right. Yeah, we could have pumped it on our turn, but there's also a way in which we are trying to, like, this is an opponent who doesn't seem to be paying, like, there was a chance that we get him. That's why. All right, now we're going to crack this locket, and we're going to do it with 3 blue and 1 white since we have another island here. All right, that's interesting. Admonition: return target creature to its owner's hand. Are we in a place where we can attack? Yeah, I mean, we do the spider. I'm just wondering if we're even attacking or if Pteramander's just on perma defense here with 3 potential attackers. Definitely doing. I guess let's do the spider and see. We're at least attacking with the Arbiter. All right, that's interesting. That means we're going to get some extra life and some extra flyers, but does it mean we can attack this turn with the Pteramander? If we send the Pteramander, it's tapped. We have a knight back to block. We know they can't really, they don't really have good attacks. They need to draw. If they top deck, they could kill us. That's the thing. But if we get an extra 5 and put them to 10, or we get into 7, we attack for 7. It's unfortunately not a 2-turn clock. I suppose if we could threaten lethal next turn, that would be a reason to do that, but we can't. So since it's not a clock changer, I'm going to leave it back right now. Be extra safe. Well, no, so point is if we attack Pteramander and Knight this turn and next turn, we don't kill them. Whereas if we start attacking the Pteramander next turn, the clock remains 3. Does that make sense? So 2 here, 7 here, 7 here, that's a 3-turn clock, as opposed to 7, 7, 7, also a 3-turn clock, right? 2, 7, 7, and 7, 7, 7 both kill at the same speed. That being said, now we have Night Arbiter. We could depose if we need to. 5. Oh, actually, we can do it all. We can do Night Arbiter and deploy, so that's cool. I'm gonna start there, and I'm gonna send both. Could even nah. I'm gonna let them block or not block the mammoth. If they want to block with the mammoth spider, fine. If not, fine. Deploy is not only going to give us a bunch of life. We get 5 life, but it'll give us a couple of chumps too. And in fact, it just presents lethal. If we can avoid lethal, you know, deploy gives us lethal. Let's see if they attack, right? Because if they attack with the spider, let's see what they do. We can depose the spider if we need to, but since they're going to attack with it, get to 13. Now we can just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Like they can't even. I mean, how many times can this pump? 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'm gonna block here and here just to be sure, and then we still have lethal flying in the air. Whoa! Big spell from Oppo. Big spell for us, though, right back. I'm gonna send Pteramander and bind the spider and hope it's enough. Oh, it's flash. I could have waited. Sorry. I forgot. Doesn't really matter. I mean, there's a... I guess... I'm not sure why it would matter. All right. Hard fought, stabilized, and pulled that one out. That was a good game. And can we note that one drop, that weird one drop 03 was Oppo spent a mana and a card to gain 2 life, basically. That's all that thing did. Yeah, you're absolutely right, Mike. We got that one, but only because of Oppo punts. Oppo got a little hasty with the Scorch Mark and didn't give us a chance to triple block. If we had triple blocked and they had Scorch Mark, we would have lost our team and just rolled over from that point. It's not fair. My daughter baked chocolate croissants while I'm on stream. How am I supposed to focus on Magic when there's chocolate croissants baking in the house? No blue. Can we keep this? Nah, I think we got to send this back. This just... As much as I like a Savant on 2, Double Savant and Fairy Duelist that you can't even cast is not a keep. This is. And I'm gonna... What do we like better, Chili Bee or Night Arbiter? I think Night Arbiter is actually a little better overall. I'm gonna ditch Chili Bee. And we could ditch this too in the sense that it's like if we got 2 islands, we wouldn't even be able to cast this, but I'm gonna take a chance. Well, I would go get baked goods, but I'm also out of coffee, so it's not really even worth having one of the chocolate croissants unless I can go make coffee as well, and I don't think you want to wait for that. Love to get the +1/+1 counter when you can, but also completely willing to counter anything. Verity Circle. This is the card I really don't want to lose to. I don't think it's good. It's too clunky, but we got to show. In order to do that, we got to prove it and get on it. So this is interesting because I'm going to play the Pteramander, and we have the Essence Capture up. But do we even want to? If we put a +1/+1 counter, if we Essence Capture and put a counter on the Pteramander, we can never make it into a dragon. We can't adapt it anymore. Oppo making it not relevant anyway. All 3 of our Night Arbiters and no ability to cast anything. All right, great. Let's see if they want to just use the circle to draw a card. Well, we'll find out. If this knight doesn't land, I bet one of the other ones does. Appa going long, big game control here. We just got to overwhelm this circle with stuff. Lock it. Can we afford to lock it here? I really want to so we can get this Sphinx going, but I'm just going to play another Night Arbiter. They didn't have a counter last time. All right, now let's go... Locket Savant. I kind of want to keep the Essence Capture up here. They got to cast a creature sometime. If I go Locket, I have 3 mana. I go Savant. We go Shields down. Maybe it's still okay. Yeah, we can. It's either Savant and pass, hold up, capture. But if we get Locket down, we can start actually, you know, casting Sphinx and doing other things. I'm going to go Locket, Savant, Shields down. You want to hold up capture here? I'm going to risk it. I like that we get a Scry here as well. The Scry 2 is super nice. See, so we can do this and leave the admonition. And then we can, if they do cast a creature, we can bounce it and get it on the way back down. So I like this. Yeah, I can also bounce our own stuff. Here we go now. We get a Sphinx with admonition. Sphinx with capture up is nice. Let's start with a move to attacks, though, see if they want to draw a card here. Make it a little more shields down for us. Really embarrassed that we're letting Circle do anything. But, you know, they're supporting it with lots of tempo, so gotta tip the cap on that. All right, at some point you got to play a creature. Ensfib. Maybe not. Maybe they're just straight creatureless control and limited somehow. Let's unlock a Pteramander then. I was trying to leave up... I left up the wrong mana, unfortunately. That was bad on my part. I thought... Oh, why did I do it that way? I don't know. Now I almost don't even want to cast the Pteramander, but it's too obvious. I guess we have Admonition Essence Capture again, so I'm gonna... I'll do that. We'll still do it. Yeah, that was my fault, though. It's never the auto-tapper, it's you, because we all know the auto-tapper cannot be fully trusted. If it matters, you need to look and click, and I didn't. Or I looked and clicked and didn't think it through. I can't even remember now. I might have auto-tapped myself poorly. We can hold Admonition. Or we can just use it now on the Night Arbiter. I kind of like use it now on Night Arbiter. I'm going to do that. I know I was just saying I was going to use it to be able to use the Essence Capture, but they're not showing showing much anyway. Yeah, Scary Poppins is right. I should have attacked to make him use the circle, but I'm going to lose the Verity Circle again? Again? I'm going to lose the Verity Circle? Don't you do that to me, auto-tapper. Yeah, of course Verity Circle is strong if you can set up the situation where it starts to be strong, like it is now. It's just very, very rarely ever this strong. No. This format has way too much Fun Police for this to be a good best of one card. I could see it being a decent sideboard card, and it's been good against us specifically here, but Rakdos is going to run this card over like nothing. And same with like Aggro Orzhov. This is not a reliable best of one card. It's going to do its thing sometimes, but it's going to wreck you sometimes too. No Clear the Mind, but we know Clear the Mind is in there. This is obviously a Clear the Mind deck. Really a bizarre deck. For any limited deck to have shown us literally 0 creatures at this point is quite the brew. It's quite a brew to see 0 creatures by this point in the game from Oppo. And it's really, you know, we have Slimebind and Essence Capture that have really double mulliganed us with this approach. And we don't have enough to get through here. You don't think this is unusual in CTM? I mean, CTM can have a low creature count, but nothing by here. But nothing by. They got 12 cards left in library, and we haven't seen a creature yet. That is unusual. Low creature Azorius or low creature Esper is not unusual, but this level of no creature is very unusual. Hey, look, it's a creature. I'm going to put this on the Pegasus. Like, just to have power spread. Even though we miss out on a point this turn, I want to spread out our power, given how Oppo is playing this game. And there you go. Pegasus can't be circled? What do you mean? I don't know what that means, but draw some cards. I know what that means. Oh, without flying. Gotcha. Yeah, geez. We have it doesn't even work against flyers, and yet we can't find our flyers. We only can find our removal, apparently. Yeah, this is really annoying. This is why I play limited and not constructed. That we don't get stupid creatureless control decks. I mean, I could use a binding on this. Is that worth it? I don't think so right now. Now, maybe. Let's see how they want to do this. Going to full control so I can do this. Yeah, they're going to clear the mine. We're not decking them, gang. We need to win with damage, but we can win with damage through the clear to mine. Like, we're not out of this. It's just a slog. Funny. This is a heck of a battle just to save a Sage's Row Savant. Wow, they didn't block. I confused him. Confused him into the no block. It would be funny if they just didn't end up with a clear the mind, right? Like they're just like, well, we have a no clear the mind deck. I don't think that's the case though, but we'll see. Okay, flyers. All right, flyers. I'm going to cast this now before they draw a counterspell. I know I didn't have to do that. It's an instant, but shields are down. They're cardless. Well, I guess they could have drawn cards from the locket. They could have, like, searched for something, but make them do it, I guess. Our 11 to their 6, so... Yes. We don't need to slime bind yet. Like, we have so much mana, it doesn't matter. We can slime bind if they try to sneak. Yeah, we could let them... they don't even want to draw cards anymore. They're not using the circle. Kind of suggests maybe they don't have a Clear the Mind. I don't know. That's weird. It might just be in their last 6 cards, honestly, which is exactly where you want it, if we're... right? We're just... And it doesn't matter. We're trying to get there with the Flyers at this point and hope that if they even come up with a big reshuffle, that it's okay as long as this circle isn't getting us. Our 9 to their 5. Okay, double petitioners is relevant. Is that enough? Duelist. Duelist is nice. We get another flyer. It shortens the clock by 1 turn. Which is relevant. Relevant trying to race these petitioners. Interesting. They're going for a draw here. Maybe they feel this changes. They don't know about our duelist. Maybe maybe they think the clock is with them now that they can draw a little bit. That returns the clock to the same length, but we still have a clock. All right. Well, now we got to hope they don't have the... I don't know. This is annoying. So effing annoying. And if we scry, that doesn't really matter. I think we just lost on their exact perfect final cards. That's so tilting. Yeah, I am very tilted now. Good deck, Oppo. I'm just tilted because I lost to it, not because I shouldn't lose to it. It's a well-constructed deck given the format, but annoying as hell. Yeah, that's true. We can scry good stuff to the bottom. Maybe that's our only hope. So we say no attacks, look for good stuff, put it on the bottom. We don't like either of these. I'll put them both on top. Neither of these help us win, so I'm going to leave them there. Now we get to clear the mind, right? Ah, there you go. That's their... I was wondering how they were going to avoid decking. Now they've got their decking avoidance, and we're done for. You know, if you're going to build a deck to beat me, can you beat it? Do it in less than a half hour? Oh, Jesus. All right, I'm giving it up. Ouch. That was painful, Oppo, and I hate you for it. Jeez. Seriously, that's why I play limited, not constructed. I just told you how much I hated you. You can go watch the replay. We tipped the cap to the deck, but I hate you. I hate you. I hate you. And you can F off. Somebody ban him. Ban, I shouldn't say, ban them. Ban them now. So, like, the real frustrating part there is that we have flyer after flyer after flyer after flyer after flyer that gives your Verity Circle a big middle finger. And no, we're just going to get all this stuff that your Verity Circle can tap. And here we go, looking at another mulligan. We do have Depose to draw. We have Concordia and Peg. I think we can hold this. I'm going to keep this. We can get there. We're going to get there. We got Peggy on 2. Oh, yeah, sure. Plains shows up to just pile on the salt. Jim, we lost to getting milled out with our opponent at 3 cards in library and us at 2 cards in library, and it was the most frustrating match I've played in weeks. Weeks! And so I'm just kidding. Good job. Nice deck. You should feel proud that you've tilted me so hard. Well, here's where Code of Constraint is maybe better than Admonition, because we can tap down the Juggler without giving Coach Nelly here a chance to recast it. So I'm going to do that for this turn. Is this a loading ready run person? Oh, you haven't been watching enough then, Pablo. I've been more tilted than I just showed in the last month, I would say.
To the extreme, I rock a mic like a vandal. Light up the stage and wax a chump like a candle. Dance!
And now we're getting rolled by the Fun Police. We could go Depose Deploy with Concordia Pegasus. We could go Savant Pegasus. I like Savant Pegasus here. We do want another island. We don't want another Plains ever again this match. Yeah, wait, we're the Fun Police. We're getting beat by Fun. Fun is beating the Fun Police right now. We'll play Peggy, though. I'm keeping Peggy back now. I want to at least be able to threaten to double block the Juggler for a 1-for-1. Yeah, maybe aggro's... I don't know. I'm losing... Who's good cop? Who's bad cop? I don't know. We're all trying to make each other not have fun, though. Yeah, I like Mike's comment. I mean, we have this Sage's Row Savant that if they swing away, we're going to have to decide how we block. Unfortunately, they didn't give us the option we wanted, which is killing the Death Toucher with the Savant, but I'm also not going to not block here. So we are going to do our best to trade off here and double block the Peggies and single block the Sage and see what happens. Yeah, if they had given me, did you have fun this match against that Azorius grind, the answer would have been no. No, I did not. Speaking of no fun, how about this beast? However, it shoots lightning bolts, which is pretty big game. But I could admonition it, but it doesn't actually help us to do that right now. What I'm going to do is play Arbiter. We do have a creature counterspell in the deck that if we happen to draw in the next couple of draws, we can set up admonition countered on the way back down. It's pretty unlikely. I mean, I know we got 27 cards in library, so it's only like 1 in 27 that we're going to draw it next. But if we hit it, we'll be really happy we did this first. Yeah, I want to be the one with the sweet Esper deck controlling our opponent into the dirt if it's going to happen. Yeah, binding a good draw. We'll have to resort to that. Like, if we don't find an answer for the Hellkite pretty soon, you know, we could depose it if we wanted to take a turn off from getting hit by it and admonition it to set it back a turn. So we have some stalling while we wait for a more permanent answer. Well, mythics are allowed to be pushed, right? Trade for the Enforcer. It's not worth the point of damage, though. We'll just take that. That's fine. For those saying we need another blue to do the admonition counter, yeah, we would just have to use admonition as an instant and fail to draw the card, which, while not the best, is much better than losing to a Hellkite, right? We would admonition at the end of their turn, untap, have 2 blue ready for their follow-up turn.
To the extreme, I rock a mic like a vandal, light up a stage and watch
We
the
got
jump
that
like a
at
candle.
least.
Dance.
I'm going to leave the Pegasus back because we can deploy and double block with the deploy and take out either the Enforcer or the Vandal. Maybe even, yeah, we'll decide. Yeah, I guess we need to admonition the Hellkite. Well, you do gain some life. We get 4 life, so we can actually fade an attack from the Hellkite if we just deploy. And we can potentially, again, well, we make 2 tokens. So let's, 1, 4, 5, 6, 7. I suppose if he, and I'm saying he because I'm being told that Coach Nelly is a known entity. But if we triple block, oh, it's divided. Yeah, you're right. Never mind. Okay, so deploy is not going to work. So let's admonition. We got to admonition then. It's the only choice. And then we can lock it. Looking like loading ready run is gonna loading ready run me into the end of this event. I don't know how we need some answers for this pretty darn soon. We got a couple of arresters. No, not admonition. The one Mike mentioned. That's really our best out. Binding, yep. Looking to bind it. That one. Yeah, looks like that's what we're going to have to do. Next time, we're going to have to depose this Hellkite to get anywhere. Pablo asking about where I'm at in Rhythm of War. I'm about, I'd say about a third of the way through it. Gotta take this, though. Well, looked like maybe they were giving an extra turn, but they had their reasons. They got to double spell and vandal and all that stuff. So, all right. So now we have Crack Locket and... Yeah, we'll hold on, though, because we might... now Deploy could actually do something for us. So we're going to say no attacks, hold back, and see. Phrasing Boom pointing out that we want to leave our blue up for the double blue counterspell that we have the potential to draw. Hopefully Coach is nervous about us having a counterspell in hand already. We are on Deploy here, though. I don't know. We'll see what Coach does here, but I think we have to go for Deploy and try to trade for some stuff if given the chance. You know, let the Vandal resolve and then Deploy. And what's most important to die? Probably the Vandal. And it's only a 1-for-1. It would be a 1-for-1 the other way too, but yeah, we gotta stop the 3 here. I could have piled on everything, but I feel like we need to... we can't beat removal and tricks, so I'm playing like he doesn't have them. All right, Slime Bind is a decent draw. I'm going to crack the Locket now, though, on this combo. Well, I'm going to say no attacks and threaten blocks. Don't like our chances here, though. Continuing to think we're going to get eventually ground down and then just lose to Hellkite if we don't find out something. I mean, I can watch out for the discard, but what does that even mean? How do I watch out, Scott? What's the plan? I mean, it's going to hurt, but I don't know what to do about it. In this case, Hellkite's going to hurt more anyway. Okie doke. So now we go Slime Bind on Hellkite and double block the Guild Mage. Yeah. We just right now. Like there's nothing. So you're looking ahead to next turn. Yeah, I won't play lands if we get them. There's an argument to actually putting this on something else, because, like, we need to find a binding for it anyway, so maybe I should have, like, bound... But the thing is, it's doing 4 damage. Or I could have chumped it and bound something else. Maybe the play was chump. Well, because Hellkite can throw damage around. Oh, right. That's true. I was just thinking of it as from last time. Good point. So then we take... well, let's go... Enforcer? Well, they thought they were killing us. I don't know if it's a goof as much as an effort to just win the game. Yeah, no, we want the guild mage, right? I think we need guild mage. Now I don't have to read it anymore either. Not our day, gang. Not our day. Like, I don't know. This deck is so much better than 2 and 3, but here we are. 2 and 3. I don't think we have outs. We can't play both, no. We have 8 mana and 9... Yeah, so now so is there any win or any way to stabilize? Like, we block... Trumpeter just wins, right? 1, 4, 7. No, Trumpeter pumps once for 3. And then, well, we have a block, so I'll play this and block. Yeah, I should have played land because now the discard thing is gone. Doesn't really matter. Good point. I don't think it's going to matter much because if we draw another land, then it didn't matter. And if we draw a spell, we still get to play the land. So I don't think it matters, but we could have played it, yes. Thanks, Magic Gods. Good thing I have my chat here to keep me from scaring the dog. And good game, Coach. You got me. You know, whatever. We won a couple times and we lost to some good decks. That's all there is to it. Tell him good game. See you, Jim. See you. We loved it. This draft went so well. Look at this beautiful deck. Let's just gaze at this deck for just a moment before I say goodbye to YouTube. I just want to gaze at this gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous 2 and 3 deck. All right, YouTube friends, thanks for hanging out. Sorry we couldn't get more wins with that sweet one, but I had fun with y'all, so hope you did as well. Bye, friends.